Welcome to the holiday camp, the Krim. We're gonna start with the Windmill Six Nations Cup in Group 2. First match here, Netherlands v Wales. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome first Team Netherlands, Rick Hofstra, Dennis de Kloese, Benito van der Pas, Remco van Eijden en W.HARMS. Team Netherlands! And their opponents, Team Wales, Martin Phillips, David Smith-Hayes, Mark Layton, Johnny Clayton and Wayne Warren. Team Wales! And that means for our first leg, we're going to keep on stage Rick and Martin. And that means we're going to say goodbye for now to Dennis, Benito, Remco, Wesley, David, Mark, Johnny and Wayne. And your referee for the first half of this match, Mr. Richard Ashdown.
Well, good morning everybody. A cracking game is going to start in a few minutes. A warm welcome to Mieke de Boer and Bobby George, two prominent spectators at this moment at our live stream. Thank you for your Twitter, Mieke. Thank you for your good wishes, Bobby. And hope you are enjoying yourselves, as all you people must love the darts which are played here today at the Krim in Texel. Our second game will start in just a moment. Rick Hofstra against Martin Phillips.
It's the Netherlands to throw first. Game on. $140.
Rick is in form in the last few months. Won the Gold Cup in Germany.
180.
But he's playing the most experienced Welshman, Martin Phillips. And they're off on a very
41.
good start.
$41.
This is a promising start of the first leg of both players.
82. Netherlands require
There's more to come.
40.
And if you're watching and you have your Twitter account with you, let us know your questions at ndbdarts,
60.
at ndbdarts, or hashtag 6Nationsdarts, and we will answer your questions in a minute.
100. Netherlands require 80.
First leg,
On the first leg.
going with the darts to Rick Hofstra. Next up, Dennis de Kloese and David Smith-Hayes.
Our second leg for the Netherlands is Dennis de Kloese, and for Wales, David Smith-Hayes.
Well, good morning, Harry Boersma, and good morning, Arthur Wayne Wilson. Thank you for your Twitters saying hi. And good morning to Jacques Nieuwlaat, who is coming to the commentary box. Quite a busy day today.
Yeah, it is. From the stage to the commentary, and Mother Nature sometimes calls as well, so we had to abide that call.
Well, we had a cracking first leg, 2 180s, 1 440. A promising start.
Second leg, Wales to throw first. Game on.
Well, I guess without saying that this is an important match because the group in which they play, Wales, Netherlands and Scotland, on paper it's very close together, so all matches will be important. Every leg will be important. It wouldn't surprise me if all three teams win one match, and then the leg difference might be a deciding factor.
60.
It's a great possibility, and these two teams met each other at the Europe Cup in Turkey, and that was a great match. The Dutch won, but it was only close.
That's probably why you call it a great match.
Yeah.
I talked to the Welsh and they said it wasn't that good at all.
60.
Well, for Dennis, it's first time in its
180.
Dutch team shirt, playing for the Dutch team. And he's performing excellently.
Well, Simon, can you tell us a little bit about how you select your Dutch national team? Because at the first glimpse, I would say you've got Christian Kist, the former Lakeside champion. He's not even in this squad.
No. No, we've got 16 players, 16 men in our selection. And from that selection, we picked the best team possible at that moment. That's to our selectors, the coaches, but also some people around it. It's quite a few ways to get into the selection. You've got your ranking system, but there are also some other ways to get into the Dutch national team. Once a year there's a big tournament held for the regional players to have a possibility to select themselves by winning the tournament or being finalist in that tournament, so to get into the selection. And after that they have to prove themselves in international tournaments or national tournaments on their form. And like Rick, he won the German Open, the Gold Cup, just a month back. And that's the way they get into the team.
So Dennis now looking at double 20 to win his first ever leg for Holland. He doesn't do so in this visit. So David Smith-Hayes for Wales on 90. Should be looking at the 20s as well. Is that a treble? No, I don't think it is. So he'll stay on the 20s and go to bullseye to make it all square.
65.
Just outside the bullseye. So great chance for the Netherlands to go 2-0 ahead.
And Dennis takes his first leg, the second for Holland, against the darts, 2-0 up.
So going back into the selection criteria, suppose I want to be in the Dutch national team. What do I do? What's the best way to do it? What's the easiest way? I like it easy. What's the easiest way to do it?
Well, the easiest way, well, there are no easy ways to get in the Dutch selection, but you have to play your ranking system. There are about 8 tournaments in a year, and you have to perform on those. If you win one, come second twice, or win 2, that will be a great promise for you to be in the selection. But after that, you have to keep your form. You have to show the selection committee that you're playing very well.
So just being a good friend here doesn't help me, does it?
No, not really.
Well, onto the stage now is Benito van der Pas, and he'll be playing M.LAYTON. 2-0 lead for the Orange Army. So time for Wales to get their first point on the board.
And they're up against it, against the darts and against Benito, who showed great form the last few months. Performing well in the Scottish Open, last 32. Only last week. An eager young Dutchman
95.
who wants to make it big in darts.
Yeah, he's one of them big group of young Dutch darts players that seem to be coming onto the scene very quickly.
140.
You lose a couple and without any effort, it seems, we've got a new bunch on there.
Yeah, I'm traveling about 6-7 years now with the Dutch team on Europe Cups and World Cups. And the most heard comment of foreign players are, why is there a new Dutch team? And every time we've got some new guys coming up and performing great. So it must be a part of our system, but also a part of our players who are performing very well and have to compete to get into the Dutch team.
And he's not an inexperienced player either, because Benito's been at Lakeside two times, last 2 times. He did lose first round on both occasions, but he's got that experience of playing on that big stage.
And that's the way we see it.
100.
We have to bring people to stages to get experience, because when you're at Lakeside or as a venue like this, you have to get used to it, to settle your nerves and to play well. And some people need some more practice to that, but others, well, have to wait.
Netherlands require 164.
164 for the Netherlands. 2 treble 19s would leave the bullseye. First one in, second one not, but
92.
72 when he returns, because M.LAYTON not yet on a finish.
$99. Netherlands require 72. $56.
Just outside the double 16.
104.
Mark has to hit this big finish.
He needs a treble to go to the double, and he just pushes it under it. So a good chance for Benito van der Pas to put Holland 3-0 up very early in the match.
There it is.
To the Netherlands. For our fourth leg for the Netherlands is Remco van Eyden, and for Wales, Johnny Clayton.
And for a lot of viewers, there's also a new face in the Dutch team, Remco. He played once before at the Spring Cup, but that are teams of 8 players or more. And now he's selected for this team, 5 players playing the 6 Nations Cup, and also very eager to perform very well.
Oh yeah, but we've talked about it with Niels in the last match as well. This is a stepping stone to the World Cup, of course, because World Cup in Canada, I think every player here wants to go to Canada to perform and to play for their team, but there's only 4 a team in the men's that are going.
Yep. And there are no reserves over there, so you have to be at the top 4.
121.
In this format, a country has the ability to bring in a substitute in another game. So you bring 6 players to the tournament and you let your best 5 players play. But in the World Cup, it's only 4 and they have to perform and you can't switch.
Well, Van Eyden, he does have some experience, of course, on the big stages. He played at Lakeside in 2008, got to the second round. He also played at the PDC World Championships in 2009. Beat Anastasia there in the prelim match.
He was telling about that this morning.
Yeah.
That was a difficult game for him.
It was his hardest match ever, he said.
Yeah.
97.
But also no stranger to the stage of the World Darts Trophy, for instance, so he does have some experience.
88. $60. Netherlands require 145. $65. Wales require 106. $74. Netherlands require 80. Game shot on the fourth leg.
Well, great finish from Emco. 4-0 up. They're cruising. It's promising. But they need
Our fifth leg
9 more.
stage for the Netherlands.
Make it look easy at the moment.
For Wales, W.HARMS.
So it's time for Wales to put the legs on the board. If you don't get the legs on the board quickly, you're not going to catch up. We saw that in the last match, England running away from Northern Ireland there, and you're just not going to catch up anymore. So it's very, very important for Wales to get a point.
But Wesley is up now and he's got the throw. So it's a tall order for Wayne Warren.
But on the other hand, it is probably, with Martin Phillips, the most experienced player for Wales. So,
Yeah.
and he's very good at this format of playing one leg at a time. He is always very good playing for the team. Probably better than playing individually.
But the Dutchmen are getting better and better in this kind of format because they play it in the Super League.
Fifth leg, the
And
Netherlands to
you
throw
need the
first.
experience to perform on the spot in one leg.
It is very hard, isn't it? There's no defense in it. You got to be ready for it at the first dart.
And if you're, as a team, in a flow, it will become easier and easier. Because the pressure for Wales is on at this moment.
125.
And again, if you have some questions for us, Twitter them to @NDBDarts or use #6NationsDarts and we answer your questions. I know it's a little bit early in some parts of the world, but enjoy your darts and ask your questions.
And during the day, of course, we will also invite a couple of players to join us here in the commentary booth. But for now, they have to still perform, so we're going to leave them.
Already
the
Tony
darts.
O'Shea told us he would like to give some comments, but his next game is after this, so we don't bother him at this moment.
But we will after that match is finished.
That's for sure. Great character of the sport. A very nice guy.
100.
It's a good leg from both players. Harms 97 leaves him on tops. Warren has to get this 91. Goes for the bull. Is that a bullseye?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. 9 and double 16 then. To get that all-important first leg, and he just misses it on the outside.
Netherlands require 40. Game shot on
And
the
that's
fifth
5-0
leg.
from
To the Netherlands.
a great dart of Sparky. Next up, Benito against Johnny Clayton.
For our sixth leg, Remco van der Bas, and for Wales, Johnny Clayton.
Well, we didn't expect it to go like this, 5-0 up.
No, there's a lot of predictions you can do, but 5-0 is a bit one-sided. At least it looks like that.
Against an experienced team like Wales, with 2 new players, fairly new players in the Dutch side.
And you can see it as well. Just behind us is the Dutch team. And they are remodeling their lane now themselves, I think.
You can't see it on this shot, but the Dutch, their practice board just dropped down.
And on the other side, you see Team Wales.
45.
And it's quiet out there. Not a lot of discussions going on.
It's pressure over there.
Silent practice.
25. $59. $81.
For you viewers that are joining us now, it's the Windmill Six Nations Cup, and we're in the group phase, the men's event, and this is a match in Group B. Group B,
59.
which consists out of the Netherlands, Wales, and Scotland. A very tough group. All teams will play one another tonight
80.
over the best of 25 legs, but we're going to be playing all 25 legs in each match, giving you 150 legs of darts during the day. And at the moment, it's Netherlands that are looking very good in this match. 5-0 up they are. And Van der Pas against the darts
125.
has put his nose in front.
Great darts. We've got a comment of, well, he doesn't say his name, but he's asking why Jan Dekker isn't playing, and some more inexperienced players are chosen over Dekker.
Well, I'd say that's up to the coach, isn't it?
Yeah,
He decides who is on form and who he wants in the team at every match. And when you're 5-0 up, the coach is right.
Yep. Every win is the coach winning is always right. But I think we will see John at the next game playing against Scotland.
80. Netherlands require 40.
Tops for Benito to go 6-0 up.
He's only got one dart left.
Game
And he
five,
does.
Sinclair to the Netherlands. For our 7th leg for the Netherlands, it's Remco van Eyden. And for Wales, W.HARMS.
If it was soccer, the public was shouting 10, 10, 10, I think.
Well, today I think we are going to get, well, at least one team is going to get 10. And at the moment it looks like Holland is going to get it. You can see the importance of getting those first couple of legs on the board. It relaxes the team and they look very comfortable now in going to the hockey. Remco now knows, well, we're 6-0 ahead. If I lose this leg, it's not that big a problem.
And we can watch the players when they are throwing their practice darts and they are enjoying themselves, and that's an important part of playing well. Relaxing, enjoying your game. And that will be harder and harder if the pressure is on to get some more points on the board
43.
for Wales.
But at the moment it's very, very important to get that first point on, because 6-0 down, it is a long way back, and it's going to be very, very hard to pull this back.
55.
But we've seen strange things happen. 2 years back, or 3 years back, in the Europe Cup in Turkey.
97.
We played the final, the Dutch team against the Belgians, and we were in front by 4 or 5 legs. And there was one moment, one missed dart, and then the whole match turned around. The spirit went to the Belgians. They got the spirit, they got the love of the game, and well, they won.
180.
No nerve showing with Remco, hitting his 180.
100. Netherlands require 69.
Tops left for Remco, no outshot for Wayne. So it could be another
43.
leg against the darts for Netherlands. And there it is, just one dart needed. 7-0.
Well, and to be honest, it's a bit one-sided, this match so far, because it's not like Wales is missing a lot of doubles either. Netherlands scoring well and finishing well.
They don't need many darts on the double, and well, that's the most important part, I think, of the game. And scoring very well.
Well, Martin Phillips now on to the hockey. The most experienced international from any team here. So if anyone can turn it around, it'd be him.
He has to lift his team up with his experience and with his darts.
Game on.
But he's up against it, against Wesley.
95. $134. $140.
Some great darts of both players, but Martin has left himself 166. So no outshot.
100.
Well, and Wesley, probably the most improved player of the Dutch team over the last year, I'd say.
Wesley learned a lot the last 2 years, performing well at Lakeside, but he's showing us that he learns from all matches he's playing. He had a very difficult and tough match, for instance, against Remco van der Eijden at the Zuiderdijk Masters last December. And in January at the Lakeside, he had got a tough match against... well, this is the first leg for Wales. But to continue on Wesley, he had a very tough first match at Lakeside and improved on his match at Zuiderdijk. He learned some things over there he could use at the Lakeside venue.
Well, if you get to the semi-finals 2 years in a row at Lakeside, you're no mug, are you?
No, but after the first Lakeside, he became a professional darts player. He's getting an allowance of the NOC-NSF, that's a Dutch Olympic Committee. So it will help him to travel the scene and travel the countries to perform internationally. And that's very important, to have a bit of security with your income.
Because it does take a lot of time to travel all around the world to play in all these tournaments.
It takes a lot out of you, all the energy, all the traveling, all the playing.
And the expenses.
And the expenses, yes it is.
$140. 100.
Stands very far to the left, David, from Wales, and that means that his hand blocks the camera a little bit. But on the other hand,
91.
you can block the camera or you can just switch it off. Hofstra on 170 after 9 darts. Good leg again.
Rick is throwing steady darts all around. It's a very steady, constant player.
He's always been that way, hasn't he?
Netherlands require 170.
We've seen him often in the early 2000s, playing on the big stages as well. Took a bit of time off after that, bit of a break from the top side of the game. But he's coming back now, and he's always been a very cool and collective player.
Well, he took some time for his family, for his youngsters, and now he's playing at his best again. And you need that balance as a darts player, also with your personal life, to perform well on stage. And he's throwing some marvelous darts at this moment.
After 12 darts on tops. Can he finish it in 15?
No score.
Not yet.
But no outshot for David, so he will be back for his tops.
Netherlands require 40. Game shot on the 9th leg.
8-1 in front, the Dutch team. To be honest, better than expected.
Well, it looks easy almost when Rick's playing. After 12 darts on a double, and it was his leg, so that's very hard to break. But at the moment, you just don't see the momentum going to Wales at all.
Well, the next 4 or 5 legs, for Welshmen, they are critical.
Yeah, but it's 8-1 now. You need 13 to win the match. You need to win 3 out of every 4 almost now. It's going to be very, very tough to do that. I don't know what's wrong with the Welsh team. Maybe it's a bit early for them.
Well, the English were the first to play, and they played very well, so it's possible.
Yeah, but they were very early to bet yesterday. I saw that.
The second leg for Dennis to throw against the darts, against Mark.
Well, his first leg was against the darts as well, and then still beat David Smith-Hayes.
He's holding his own.
Very tall guy, this Dennis de Kloese.
140.
But then again, most of us are.
And again, if you have any questions to us, use your Twitter, hashtag 6NationsDarts or @NDBDarts, and let us know what you think of our stream, where you're from watching.
Yeah, and if you've got some good questions after a couple of legs, midway through this match, we're going to change commentators. So we'll have little Richard sitting here. And if you need any questions asked,
So wait
answered.
Wait with your difficult questions.
Yeah.
95.
Get the easy ones to us and wait for the difficult ones for him.
85.
Well, Dennis is coming back for 36. No outshot for Mark. And
But
again, a great leg from Dennis.
Yeah, the power of scoring of the Dutch team so far has been excellent. Again, after 12 darts, they're on a double. And the Welsh just don't seem to be able to put up with it at the moment.
They can't step up to the
36.
level the Dutchmen are producing.
Game
And
shot
again,
of the 10th leg.
another leg for the Dutch.
Netherlands.
9-1.
Our 11th leg.
Well, we said it before as well. It's not just this match, but this group they're in is a very tough group, with Scotland also being in it. Winning is one thing, but if you can win it big, that means an extra thing, because if you win this one, well, say it's 25 legs, you win it 20-5 or something, and that's the direction we're going in, you're nearly through to the semi-final.
Yeah, like you told us earlier this match, it's a very good possibility that each team has one win over another team. And if that happens, your leg difference will be deciding. And a match like this, if you've got a big difference like we're showing at this moment, that should be a great opportunity for the Dutch to go into the semis.
11th leg. The
Because no matter how good
Netherlands.
Holland is playing at the moment, Simon, they've never won the Six Nations Cup. Nor with the men, neither with the women.
Nope.
Why?
That's a question which is asked a lot, Jacques, but
60.
I think it's also about experience and about the format. Just a few years back, there was no practice in Holland in this kind of format. Now we've got the format in the Super League competition, which is one of our best competitions in Holland at this
Yes,
moment.
it's just to make things clear. It's not the same as Super League in England.
No,
Super League in Holland is probably the best to be compared with county darts in England.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And there the players are getting used to performing just one leg,
The round robin
the
format.
round robin.
60.
And you will see the experience showing at this moment of the players getting used to that. But it's a difficult thing. We would like to win this just once, and then we win it a lot more. But the first time is always the hardest.
95.
It's a bit of Dutch pride coming out of the president now.
$100.
David Smith-Hayes playing for Wales. It's not the quickest of the Welsh players. And Harms, we've seen that before. He likes to be in control of the pace. Against the quicker players,
95.
he tends to take control of the game, and that's his thing. And against David, that will be really, really tough.
Well, Wesley is thinking a lot about those things, how to perform on stage against quicker and slower people, and he wants to be commanding what's happening on stage.
Yeah, everyone wants that,
Yeah.
but I always say, if you start thinking about it a lot, that's not a good thing either.
As a darts player on stage, you need a lobotomy. Don't think at all.
130.
Just throw to your darts.
Wales require 141.
A big outshot for David to get one leg back.
He will pressurize the 56 of Harms
105.
by leaving double 18,
Netherlands
but
require 50.
will he get a chance?
Double 20. To win the 10th leg
Game shot of
for Holland.
Oh, he doesn't get a chance again. These Dutch guys are relentless at the moment. 10 legs played. They've all played 2 legs.
And it's 9. No, it's 10-1 already. We've
10-1,
played
yeah.
11 legs. Ooh.
They're hitting the doubles. Very good.
Well, they're not too bad at scoring either.
That's true. Next up, Rick Hofstra against M.LAYTON.
And you would think that at this moment, the Welsh team are thinking, all right, it's not going to happen for us in this match. They're going to concentrate on the next match.
Possibly, but again, they need the legs. Otherwise, they have to win big against Scotland.
Yeah, what we always say, if there's 3 in a group, whether it's individually or in team, if you lose your first match, you have to win better than you have lost.
Yep.
So 10-1 at the moment.
It's a tall order.
Oh, it's going to be very tough. And you have to win better just so you have everything in your own control. Otherwise, you're going to rely on other results, and that's not the best situation to be in.
Nope.
Because no matter how good Holland is playing now, the next match for Holland is at 5:30 this afternoon. A form can be very temporary.
Well, you have to keep your form, and you have to be at the practice board all day. But this is a difficult tournament to perform well on 2 days and during all day. But at this moment we are very happy
180.
with the way Dutch players are playing. Another 180 from Rick.
Yeah, and I know you can't single one player out, but Hofstra so far has been absolutely fantastic.
95.
I think he's been on a double in each of his legs after 12 darts.
Just like Dennis did.
Yep. And again, M.LAYTON, after 9 darts, 225. That is good darts.
100.
But Hofstra, after 9 darts, is on 121.
Well, maybe a big score coming up from Mark. He needs it.
100. Netherlands require 121.
He'll take an 11-1 lead. Treble 20 leaves double 18. No,
Just
not
under.
going in this time.
65.
But Wales needs a big finish. 125. Maybe to get things starting for them. Bull first. Is that a 25?
That's a 25.
And it's treble 20 and tops.
Pulled it.
105.
And 56 for Rick.
56.
To go 10 legs in front to make it 11-1. Just checking the score. Tops he wants. And there it is. Again with 1 ward. Great leg from Rick.
Very, very solid dart so far from the man from Friesland. And that means we're at the halfway stage in this match almost. It's 11-1. No one would have predicted that.
No, 13 legs to go, but if you asked me this morning what would the score be at half point, it wouldn't be 11-1.
No, you would have taken any lead, wouldn't you? We're changing the referees at the moment on stage. That means we're going to give little Richard a little rest, but not for too long, and then we're going to ask Marco Maya to conclude the program. And here you see the two guys already stepping in,
the
Niels and
commentary
Richard.
booth.
So we're going to go, and they're going to take over now.
Well, enjoy your darts all. We'll be back.
Like is the Netherlands to throw first. Game on.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, Niels.
Good job up there on stage.
Thank you.
You look a bit red, though.
Yeah, it's warm. It's good, though.
Is it?
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this sort of scoreline, to be honest. When I knew I was coming in here at half time, I was hoping for a closer match.
Somebody just asked me what is the reason for this, for this 11-1, and my personal opinion, to be honest, our Dutch team is very focused. They're very trained. They're playing on high level every week, and they go to bed early, and then everything is quite, professional. But it's going well, and Wales is just a bit struggling with their scoring power, I think.
Yeah, I mean, momentum's a big thing in this format. And once the Netherlands took the first 3 or 4 legs, you know, it's hard enough to play a 1-leg format. But coming up knowing the pressure's on and no one's won a leg yet, and it just became tougher and tougher. Martin Phillips with the only leg so far. He played a great, and he had to play a great leg.
18.
And despite some solid stuff here from Johnny Clayton, he's not on a finish, so he's going to just hope to leave the double.
81.
It's a poor last start.
So it's Dennis on 70 now. And to Kloose, he starts with a 1, so he needs a 19, and he's going for bullseye here.
45.
Missed closely.
Wales require 85.
So let's see if Wales can get a leg on the board. Is he going to go 20 and bull? Yeah, bullseye now.
60.
Oh, so close, thought that was in.
Netherlands require 25.
So it's to Kloose again at the hockey. Starts with a 9 and double 8. Needs double 4 here.
17.
Some doubles missed now from the Netherlands.
25. 17. The Netherlands require 8.
Wales have had their chances. Another one missed there. And the leg goes to the Netherlands.
Leg, the Netherlands, Benito van der Bos from Wales, W.HARMS.
We need to get this table sorted out, Niels. Something amiss.
It's quite a mess, huh?
Yeah, I think we need to.
What can we do about it?
Well, we'll put that's better.
We've got an iPad here.
This looks nicer now.
Is it yours?
It was in the way yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Our production team here had more work with this tulip than anything else.
We're right, we're right.
Okay. So, I'm not even sure if legs difference is going to play a part in this particular group. I can see the Netherlands winning both the games. So I think what it's about for Wales here is confidence. Getting some legs on the board and feeling comfortable. They haven't played badly. They're just... Then it always seems that the Netherlands are one throw ahead every leg. It's almost like the Netherlands have had the darts every leg. That's not the case, but...
I know exactly what you mean. And if the difference gets too big of legs, the doubles get smaller each leg you're throwing, because you want to get on that scoreboard, and well, it's important for the second match of today.
Yeah, I mean, for each player now, it's a private battle. Wayne Warren here, playing his 3rd leg of the match, such an experienced and successful international player.
I'm a personal fan of Wayne Warren, I told you that before.
Oh, me too. I mean, on and off the hockey. A wonderful player, but a wonderful man. One of the great guys of darts. You won't hear a bad word said about him anywhere.
The first Nations Cup I ever played was, I think, was in 2004 in England, and I was quite nervous, to be honest, and he was one of the few players who saw that, and he relaxed me, and he asked me if I was okay and blah, blah, blah. He gave me some management as well.
31.
I never forgot that, and it's good to see he's still on stage and still playing at his top level, I think.
He had a great year last year as well. Picked up the International Open, beat Richie George in the final of that one, and that was his first ranking title.
38.
So instead, he usually used to come through the qualifiers to try and get to Lakeside. He's on a shot here. Let's have a look at this. 1-3-3. This looks like a leg on the board for Wales. Timely. Yeah, Wayne Warren had a great 2012, and I hope he's going to travel the circuit this year. Keep picking up the points and get back to Lakeside.
16.
This is what we expect from Mr. Warren, and it's double top.
Yeah, that's game shot.
Wales are still alive.
We got some questions here on our Twitter again. Ed Love Props asks us why Decker Darts is not playing. Well, the system is quite simple. We have 6 men. You can only pick 5, so yeah, he's the substitute for this game, but you can change it after this match. So, well, there are 6 good players, and 1 player, has to step aside each game.
And would you expect them to rotate the teams, even if the Netherlands had won this match 25-0.
I don't know. The only man who knows that is the team coach Dennis van Onselen.
Yeah, that's their job.
He has some idea, but he will keep it for himself, logically.
Well, I mean, Jan Dekker not playing in this game, he's really impressed me over the last 2 or 3 years in the team events. Always looks really strong, confident. So I'm looking forward to seeing Jan play later on.
I think Jan Dekker had the highest average 2 years ago when the Nations Cup was played in Scotland. He had an average, I'm not sure, but I think it was 35 something in this format. It's great.
40.
Now, I was about to say how strong Martin Phillips is in this format as well. He's probably played more one-leg tournaments than any other player in history. He's looked really comfortable in his first 2 legs up on the stage.
60.
But hasn't hit the trebles so far.
To be honest, if you add up all the legs played by the Dutch team, it's not even close to the legs Martin Phillips played on the stage.
60.
And we were talking about Wayne Warren before. What a lovely character this man is. So laid back. I mean, he's nearly leaning off the screen. He's that laid back. Look.
83.
I first remember Martin Phillips playing back at the Embassy, the Lakeside, in the early 90s. On his first 2 occasions there, he lost on both years in 91 and 92 to Phil Taylor. Then his next 2 years, in 93 and 94, he lost both games to Bobby George.
Really?
So he's very proud of that fact.
Okay. Well, that's logic. I will be as well.
He's probably the only man in history to have been beaten on TV by both Phil Taylor and Bobby George twice. Look at this.
Yeah,
Oh, what a shot. 146 for Remco van Heijden. Yeah, they're steaming. The Dutch team is really steaming here.
What a way to take the match. You know, 13 legs is the target. They've now got the points on the board. Now it's all about legs difference. But that 146, Remco's come back to form the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I think Sijmon already told it, but Remco is the current Dutch ranking champion. That means then on a season of 9 tournaments, you're the best, and he won a lot of tournaments. He's really one of the best players we have at the moment.
Yeah, we've just seen that. We were talking nice words about Martin Phillips, but brilliant stuff from Remco there. Have we had many questions in this morning? It's a bit early for the Twitterarchy, I think.
Let me see here.
So we do ask you people out there to get on to NDB Darts. Hashtag 6Nations Darts.
41.
Got some tweets from Bobby George, but hey.
We'll forget those. No, it's great that Bobby's tuning in, always a positive thing. To have our legends, our icons of the game tuning in. I hope you're enjoying it, Bobby.
36. 60. 43.
Yeah, I know Bobby's a big fan of Wayne Warren, despite the fact that Wayne did defeat his son in the final of the International Open.
45.
Has Bobby had anything kind to say to you, Niels?
I think so, yeah. I'm not reading his tweets, by the way, as he always tweets about...
Lovely jubbly.
No, he's always nice to me. Oh, Bobby.
I believe he's proposed to you on a couple of occasions. Oh, we've just seen a 146. Well,
120.
I think he wanted the double 18 there.
Yeah, thinking about it.
Now 156 is one of only 6 finishes you can finish one way. Dennis just tried a different way there.
Anyways, double 18 here for Dennis de Kloeze. He needs double 9.
18.
I missed, but Warren not on a finish yet. Strange leg this.
One and one. The Netherlands require 18.
It's a double 9.
Yeah, that's game shot.
Yes, for a 14-2 lead, the Netherlands. And they play again, the Netherlands, the last game of today.
Wales, Martin Phillips.
It's playing according to our schedule at 5:30 p.m. But we're not sure it's going to be that time. Can be 6:30 as well.
Yeah, well, 150 legs to get through today. We're going quite well. How many have we played so far? 41, 109 left. Now, I've got a quiz question for you. I just said 156 is one of only 6 finishes you can finish one way. Can you name the other 5?
Ah, Richard, are you really asking me this live on the live stream?
That's a no.
Game on.
Can we use the other camera because I can?
I'll write them down for you. I'll give you a clue. One of them's 2.
Just give me a minute here, Richard.
140.
Yeah, Martin Phillips has been a Welsh international
85.
longer than Benito van der Pas has been on this earth.
45. 58.
I think Benito was born after Martin Phillips made his World Championship debut. Just 20 years of age. And that is Benito I'm talking about.
140.
If you're wondering why Niels de Ruiter is quiet at the moment, he's just trying to work out those 6 finishes. You can only get one way.
I have 3 out of 5 already, so.
Okay. Don't worry, I'll do the finishes. 87 left.
I'm thinking.
So 20 and bull. Bullseye. Here it is. There's only one way to finish 50 with one dart, and Benito's done just that. It's another leg on the board for the Netherlands. 15 legs to 2.
4 out of 5 now.
18 flag for the Netherlands. Remco van Eyden from Wales.
I'll be there.
David Smith-Hayes.
Remco van Eyden back on stage. I got 2. I got 170. I got 156, and I got 50.
50?
What's the last one then?
Well, 50, you can go more than one way, can't
Oh, you mean?
3 darts.
All right. Then I got 3 out of 5.
So you've got 170, okay, and 2. You've got the highest and the lowest. The 156, I told you that one.
Yeah, yeah.
So now you've got to do your own work and get the other 3.
Love you, Richard. Love you to bits, mate. I think the whole world is twittering right now.
Yeah, let's see if they answer on Twitter.
18 flag. It's Wales to throw first. Game on.
Other than Bobby George. Yeah, Jacques Nieuwlaat has just spoiled the quiz and come and whispered the answer to Niels.
Yes, but now he just writes down 1673 and 153. But still, there are different methods.
Okay.
You didn't tell me that. Because I was thinking about 167, you can start on treble 20.
Or
you can also start on
treble 90.
19.
That's very true, yes. That is true.
43.
And I really thought I was stupid here for a while. Maybe I still am, but...
Well, what other way would you go for 3?
No, that's right. Yeah, 3 simple.
Okay, we're allowed that one, are we?
Yeah, that's right. So we got 3.
I wish I'd never asked the question. There's definitely only one way to get that. A 180. So from what you've seen so far today, who's your star man here for the Netherlands?
Remco van Eyden, 34 years of age. He's from Zaandam. He's an online marketeer. He has his own business. So Google his name and you will find his business.
Yeah, he's looking good so far up there today. This is probably his worst leg that he's played the match. He's looked really solid up to now. Remco's one of those players, unconventional, I say, for a Dutchman. He's a bit of a stop-start player. Most of the Dutch players are quick, fluent. And Remco is one of those players that does like to step back on occasions after a dart or 2.
You've seen his game on the Zuiderduin stage against Wesley Harms.
Yes, I was spotting.
He used a lot of tactics, and
Yeah.
he's quite good at it. And he also just says it. Well, the game of darts is not only about throwing your darts; it's also a mental game and getting inside of the head of your opponent.
At the moment, it's slow, slow, quick throw.
91.
Well, he thought it out. It's left to finish.
Wheels, you require 133.
167, which Niels rightly points out. You can go two ways for that.
This is one way, treble 20. Treble 19 here. Just missed. So it's Remco van Eyden again on 167.
93. The Netherlands, you require 167.
Now, he looks like he is starting on the 19s first. Yep. But not in. Needed the treble.
57. Wheels, you require 40.
So as we mentioned before, Niels, a bit of confidence here for David Smith-Hayes if he could nail this double top. There's more darts to play today. Whatever happens here, both of these teams will be taking on Scotland.
Yeah, there's game shots at the 18 flag.
That's it. That's 15-3 now.
Flag for the Netherlands, Rick Hofstra. For Wales, Johnny Clayton.
Well, we have a question here from Josh McCarthy. He asked us, should we expect to see Christian Kist back this year or at Lakeside? Well, hopefully. Our colleague Simon Timmers already told us he's having some injuries at his joints and he's not feeling well at the moment. And hopefully we'll see him back.
I mean, the one thing he has got the comfort in knowing, he has exemption. He will qualify for Lakeside by the fact that he is a champion. If you win the title, you get qualification for the next 3 years.
Yeah, but at this moment, from the 12 months, he's injured like 8 months. So your rhythm, your tournament rhythm is gone.
I mean, are you concerned that it could get to the point that it could stop him playing altogether?
Maybe. Especially the last few months, he can't play. Yeah, he plays some games and then he's a week off. And that's terrible for your game, as you know. But his talent is so unbelievable.
Yeah, when we saw him win the Lakeside as a qualifier, he was one of those players that many of us thought was here to stay. And it's been a shame what's happened, you know, like you say, with his fitness since winning the title.
I'll never forget his first game there that year against Jan Dekker. That first game was the best game of the tournament.
Yeah. I remember his TV debut at the World Masters, playing Tony West in a tremendous match. He had a 170 finish on his TV debut, so we already knew right there and then what a great player he was.
Yes, and the first time he played for the Dutch team, he played the Spring Cup and he won it. His debut in the Dutch team. And this guy, Hofstra, played for a lot of years.
Yeah, I remember him in the early days of the World Darts Trophy in the IDL.
It was 03, I think, 2003.
Yeah, and
reaching the quarterfinals there, Rick Hofstra.
105. Netherlands, you require 101.
so down to the finish, 101. Leaves 86 after hitting the treble 5. So we could get another leg on the board here for Wales.
93. Wales, you require
He needs 80. Oh, that's a treble 1, so he's aiming for the treble 19 now. Yeah, he hits it, so it's double 10.
60.
You can see on his face after that first start how disappointed he was. Needed to keep them straight. Double 4.
Double 2 now. Yeah, that's a good cover shot. That is a good shot. If you miss the 4 and with your first dart in a double 2, it means you're solid. You have enough confidence. It doesn't matter what happens. Rick Hofstra won the German Gold Cup this year, also throwing a 9-darter. Do you think we can see a 9-darter here?
It's such a tough format to get it. There's only 2 that I know of. There may be more. John Walton hit one in the 6 Nations a few years back And I believe Raymond van Barneveld hit one in the European Cup in the team
Yeah,
game.
that's right. I think it was in Mechelen in Belgium. If somebody at home knows which year that was, please send us a tweet about it, because... Or do you know?
No, I could guess.
Well, people at home, if you know, tweet Richard because he wants to know.
Okay, I'm going to guess it was 2004.
No, I think it was earlier.
Earlier.
I think it was 2001.
Well, the European Cup must be in an even
In
number.
the even numbers. So it was not 2001.
So at least mine was an educated guess. We had a question yesterday, Niels, and you're the man to answer it. If a player were to achieve a 9-dart finish, and Wesley is on it here, wouldn't it be great if he got it now?
Unlucky, Richard. Continue.
Yes, is there a prize?
Of course
Of
there
any
is.
kind? The prestige?
Yeah, the prestige,
The glory.
the honor, some tokens.
You heard it here first. Beer tokens for the 9-dart finish.
Now we have a prize, but it's a secret prize. So
Okay. Solid, isn't he, Wesley? Many would argue that within the BDO WDF system, Wesley is the strongest Dutch player right now. 2 consecutive Lakeside semi-finals. He
Windmill.
looks- Yeah, the Windmill semi, and he looks the real deal.
Mr. Harms, he's such a professional. He's always busy with the game. I mean, I work at the NDB office. He calls us almost every day, just asking questions and preparations, and yeah, he's very dedicated man, and well, pays off.
I love his focus. Very clean cut guy on the dartboard, you know, tidy is the word we use. It's a Welsh phrase, but we'll use it here for Wesley.
He plays with 26 grams Martin Adams darts, and he practices with 24 grams Martin Adams darts. And he has a theory about that. If we get a chance today, we will ask him.
Yeah, that's a good one, that. Does he still wear the gloves when he practices
Yep.
as well?
Yep, he wears the gloves.
42.
Well, it sounds unconventional, but who are we to criticise, because it seems to work. He's so consistent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you have a big mouth or you have some strange ways and it doesn't pay off, it looks silly. But if it works, you can't say anything. It works for him, so keep on doing it. You're playing very, very well, Wesley.
So a 1-2-2, looking for a treble and single 18 to leave the ball.
77. Netherlands, you require 101.
So 101 for Harms. I think that's a treble 20, you can't see it. Yeah, that's a single 9, so he needs double 16 now.
85. Wales, you require 45.
Well, you heard him clap from back here in the hall. Disappointed at the miss. A 45 finish. Oh, well, he's missed the big 13. Now needs 39. It's a double 16. Only 1 dart for it.
13.
You can see what that meant to Mark.
Netherlands, you require 16.
Couldn't believe it himself. Harms is ready. Throw this double 8, which he does. And it's 17 against 3.
First leg for the Netherlands, Benito van der Pas. From Wales, David Smith-Hayes.
Now, surprisingly enough, with all the success the Netherlands have had in World and European Cups, they've never won this title, the men. So, is this a squad that could take it this weekend?
Sorry?
Is this a squad that you think could take this title?
Yeah, but the strange thing is, I think that every year. Like last year, with players like Jan Dekker on form, Christian Kist on form, but it didn't work then. But now, the start is great. The start is really great. But if you look at England, it's a really solid team. I think Scotland is a great team as well, with Craig Baxter, Gary Stone, players like Ross Montgomery. So you never know. But yeah, I think now here on the Krim, on Texel, in your own nation, it's special. So maybe it will bring us that. Yeah.
I think this result now, whatever happens, is going to give the Netherlands huge confidence. Where they looked at this group drawn against Scotland and Wales, you know, you wouldn't be pleased about it, would you? It's two tough darting nations.
By the way, we got some tweets about the 9 darter, and we got a tweet here from Mr. John Walton, and he says mine was in 2010 in Sligo in Ireland.
We know that, John, but we weren't talking about you. John Boy's got a great bit of 9 dart history, hasn't he? Hitting his 9 darter at the World Masters to beat Martin Phillips. A 9 darter to win a match, that's pretty special.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a bit... John Walton is playing for so many years, and I would love to see him playing well again, but really well, like reaching a final or whatever. Do you think John is still able to do that?
I think in ability he has. Whether he's got the same drive as he used to have, you know, he always seems up for it, that's for sure. But
because I saw
what I don't like to see with John, just to finish that point, is putting himself under a bit of pressure. What I'd like to see him do at this point in his career and at his age is enjoy it a lot more, and I think the good darts will come.
After this Lakeside, he put on his Facebook, I'm going to have one more run at Lakeside. And I think, well, don't decide that yet. Just play your year and decide after the Lakeside what you're going to do.
Well, that's it. I hopefully like to see him enjoying himself, and
85.
He's been such a great England international as well.
By the way, John Walton also is answering your question to me about the finishes, which is right.
Well, you say it's wrong. I mean, with your logic, even 3 you can go a different way. You could like get the hole in the 8 first, couldn't you?
Yeah. Still, you didn't tell me that, Richard. So next time if you ask me a question,
be more precise.
Thank you. By the way, we got a tweet from Andy Fordham here.
Oh, that's great. We've got some...
Morning all, he says. Enjoying watching Six Nations. Have some great memories. Come on, England, men and women. Thank you, Andy. That's nice, huh?
Yeah, really great. So we've had Bobby George, John Walton, Andy Fordham.
73.
3 great champions. Hopefully we get a few more watching today.
And it's Benito van der Pers already on double 16 here.
Which way do you think you'll go?
Not sure. I think double 15 Madhouse, Richard.
25. The Netherlands require 32. Yeah, that's game shot.
That's it for the young Dutchman.
For the Netherlands. The next leg, please welcome from the Netherlands, Rick Hofstra. From Wales, W.HARMS.
So we've already had some great comments on Twitter and Facebook and all around the venue on the coverage here. Must congratulate you, Niels, on such good coverage of the Six Nations.
Yeah.
I think it's really positive for this tournament. I think it's the first time we've had really decent streaming and coverage of this event.
Yeah, we made a choice a couple of months ago. How are we going to do this? We work with a new team at the office, and we thought, well, we have to. If you do something, you have to do it good. So with an okay budget, and thanks to our partners Winmau, the Krim, Electrosig, who made it possible to stream it with high quality, and we're very proud of that. And well, everybody's appreciating it. So yeah, it works.
Absolutely.
It's again, it's an extra step we're able to take, and well, let's get ready for a bigger step now, and let's hopefully a second big television tournament in Holland.
That'd be great. We have got a quality team here providing the pictures. The team we know as Darts in Motion. I must congratulate the England Darts organisation for what they've done over the last couple of years. They've really made efforts to stream the events and get the prize money going. I really think within the system, the NDB and the EDO are really trying to push forward. And
yeah, I totally agree. It's about time we're going to take some extra steps. And well, this is just something. This live streaming with high quality is the first step, but more steps are needed to really get the game staged worldwide again.
Yeah. So it's a big year for the BDO. I know they're working very, very hard on certain contracts, certain, opportunities for 2014. So I'm really hoping some big news is going to be coming our way soon.
135.
The more darts, the better. And the main thing is, these players are travelling week in, week out, all over the world. They deserve the opportunities on the screen, whether it be on the internet or on the television.
It's bullseye for Hofstra,
34.
with Warren waiting on a ton.
Wales require 100.
So that's a trouble, so he needs stops now. 1 dart left.
60. The Netherlands
Just missed
require
there.
47.
Double 16 here for the Dutchman. I thought it was him, but it isn't. No, Rick, it really isn't.
I've seen John Walton stand behind a player doing that, and he reeled them back in.
Yeah, that's game shot. And a 22nd
Really?
leg for the Netherlands.
So we're up for the last 3 legs now. I'm going to see Wesley Harms against Johnny Clayton, then Dennis de Kloese against Martin Phillips. And the last leg of this match will be Remco van Eyden playing Mark Layton. And still, it's quite surprising that Holland is playing so easy against Wales.
I think they're going to be the most surprised of all the players. I'm sure they would have been expecting a better performance from Wales. They, of course, would expect a positive performance from themselves. But I'm surprised at the Welsh team. I really am. I thought they'd be a lot more solid today. A bit disappointed, really, because what we want to see in these group phases are close games. And we've had 2 runaway matches so far. I'm sure we're going to get some close ones.
Okay, and what do you think about the English and about Scottish? What do you think about the semis tomorrow?
For the ladies, you mean, or
No, the
in
men.
these?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know who they're going to be yet, do we? You
No,
want me to
just-
put the teams in, do you?
Just give me your thoughts,
You want me
Richard.
to? You want me to fill the teams
Look
in?
in the future and give me your thoughts about
Well,
that.
the way Wales are playing now, I'm not saying that they're not going to beat Scotland, but it's looking unlikely in this form. Okay? You've already mentioned the good form of some of the Scottish players. I'm just hoping for a big finale that England and the Netherlands win their groups. I don't want them meeting in a semi-final like they have in the ladies. Want to see them in the final.
Yeah, and then?
And then, I think the Netherlands can take it. I won't be biased. I think they can do it.
That's what I want to hear, Richard.
I'm not sure if you know about my prowess as a tipster. Now I've said that, Scotland are going to win the title.
85.
And we're going to have an Irish or a Northern Irish team in the semis for the men.
Yeah. That should be a fun match today, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
140.
What I love about those two nations, if you look at the rivalry between England and Scotland, for example, or the Netherlands and Germany.
Well, it's more the Netherlands and Belgium in the
Netherlands
world of
and
darts
Belgium,
right now.
yeah, absolutely. But if you watch the 2 Irish teams, Northern Ireland and the Republic, it's as if they're one team here this weekend. They're always together, great banter between them. It's always good to see.
And that game is scheduled around 4 p.m., ladies and gentlemen.
60. Wales require 160.
And ladies and gentlemen, he'll be emceeing next. 160 here.
100. The Netherlands require 146.
It's a big one, well, it's possible. Not anymore, unfortunately, for Harms.
I think of all the Welsh players today, Johnny Clayton
100.
is going to be the most disappointed with his form. He's a much better player than he has shown so far today. Let's get a leg on the board, Johnny.
50.
It's not there, is it, today? Not at all.
46.
And I'm sure when you're thrown at that double, you're thinking about the past legs that you've lost.
Yeah, that's
Never
good
in
shot
doubt,
on
was
the
it? Wesley
21st
looked so
leg
positive
for the
there,
Netherlands.
as he always does. It's 20 legs to 3.
Let me ask you a question. You were just saying, well, you can be out of form on this tournament, but Wales came here with 5 men and 3 ladies. So they can't do anything about it. They can't swap a player. Do you think that's smart?
Yeah, I would always bring a full squad. I know expense has something to do with it, and also it is nice for the play. If you're playing well, that's a great way to be, that you haven't got to rotate the team. But you're right, they haven't got options.
Yeah, well, the argument is, if you just bring 5 men, you can't swap them. They're so relaxed. They're sure of their place, and they have to do the biz. Now you have a 6th player waiting, not feeling well. Well, for them.
Well, Jan Robbins is here for the ladies. Is she actually in the team, or is she just part of the supporting cast?
No, she's just, she came along.
Okay.
She's not on the team. She's not on my list anyway,
No.
so
Well,
she just came along.
If she's not on your list, Niels, she's not
can't
playing.
Are you on my list now? What are you doing here?
59.
I snuck it under the radar.
Who's this guy? Who's that?
Where's the tulip? There we go.
81.
I'll hide behind that. Now, this fella, I've seen him on the floor around the circuit, Big Dennis. This is my first close look at him on stage. Stood there refereeing his first 2 or 3 legs. Really impressed, Niels.
He played well on the Mariflex Open as well this year. I know Dennis for quite some years, and he just told me, I asked him, are you feeling okay? Is everything going all right? He said, Niels, this is my game. I don't like games on the floor, I like games on the stage.
It suits him.
Gets the adrenaline pumping.
101.
And I tell you what, even though it's over just 1 leg, I guarantee you any player playing international darts up against Martin Phillips considers it a golden win if you can get one over him, because it doesn't happen very often. He's in control here.
45.
Despite the poor score, it leaves a finish. Well, he set himself up with a chance if Martin Phillips doesn't take this out, and it's on. 52 left, so double top.
69.
Not yet, so it's Teclusa back on the hockey.
Here's the chance.
Come on, big boy, that's a treble 1, so 85 left. No, it's Phillips back.
Wilson require 40. Yeah, that's game short at the 24 line. Forward.
24.
Please welcome to the stage the final leg of this match, the 25th one. For the Netherlands, Remco van Eyden. For Wales, M.LAYTON.
Dennis also plays Super League in Holland, and let me tell you something about those matches. We also start with a round-robin system, so the players are more used to the round-robin system than maybe a few years ago. So I think that helps, because in England, do you play this system a lot? Do you play the system at the British internationals?
No, the British internationals is played like a county match with sets,
Right.
best of 5 legs.
Okay.
So
But-
12 men a team, 6 ladies.
Okay, but why is England so good in this event then?
Well,
I thought
I think it's just the strength and depth of the player,
I thought they played this system more
regardless
at
of the
more
format.
tournaments.
Yeah.
All right.
No, not that many, no.
Okay. All right.
No. 96.
We have EDO officials loitering around our table, making sure we've got their flag on show as well.
I'm getting a bit nervous here.
Yeah.
101.
There's somebody with a tie sitting next to me. You're on a telly right now.
I hope Enid Vincent is at home watching. Her husband Dave.
34.
It is the England team up next. Once again, they're going to be taking on the Republic of Ireland. They've already beaten Northern Ireland 18 legs to 7.
Yes, and after that we see Wales against Scotland. So we see Ross the Boss Montgomery in action. And after that, Republic of Ireland against Northern Ireland. And we're going to finish off today with Scotland against the home nation, the Netherlands.
99.
Yeah, we're building up to a big day of darts tomorrow. All the teams will be in action. The 2 losing teams in each group will play a 5th-6th playoff.
At 10 o'clock a.m., ladies
Yeah,
and
to get
gentlemen.
things going. I love the way you add the ladies and gentlemen.
Gonna stick to it, I think.
Yeah, he's looking to be the next Martin Fitzmaurice, the next John McDonald.
Nah, this chair is fine for me, Richard.
92.
Good last dart in from Van Eyde. He leaves 80 with LAYTON on 282. So to wrap things up.
Has not been a good day for Mark LAYTON.
100. The Netherlands, you require 80.
For the last leg of this match, 80. That's a treble 20, so double 10.
Yeah,
That's game shot. And a match for the Netherlands.
The Dutch squad looking in fantastic form there throughout. Solid, focused, professional.